Loose Lug-Nuts Racing, Lug-Nut TV, back in action. Race 2 of the night. This will be 35 laps. Cars are on track practicing. I want to thank our sponsors, of course. Over the top paints and designs. Look your best on the track. Look over the top. RaceGear.com. Keep up with what the hell is going on in NASCAR and other racing series. RaceGear.com. Billy Wise and the Wise Guys. Great classic rock and roll. Check them out. The Wise Guys. Bowtie Apparel. You don't need a bow tie to look good. You just need bowtieapparel.com. All kinds of great Chevrolet themed clothing over there at Bowtie Apparel. And this practice session is just about coming to an end. We're into the last minute dirt racing, new iRacing, new to Lug-Nut Racing. Guys have been on track, filling these 360 sprint cars out. Currently up on the top of the speed chart is Wreckham West Holland in that number 4 machine. Freaky fast as always. It's got a 14.031 in this session. These guys will be getting a fresh track to start with. Michael Jeans won the first Race 60 Sprint race of the night, which was only 25 laps. This one will be 35 laps in length, just slightly longer. And not sure who is going to start where. It's going to be a random grid. No qualifying in this session for these sprint car drivers. And checkered flag has fallen. And the mystery of the night will be coming to light as we will find out who grids where. And Michael Jeans will be starting on the pole from this random grid in that 08 machine. 2 L's outside from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Wreckham West Holland in that number 4 car. Starting third, David Toker Johnson in a 00 car. Nels Right Turn Clyde in that number 44 machine. Rolling off fourth tonight. Fireworks are going off. Cars are rolling off pit road. Picking up that starting order, Brian Tribble, that Darth Vader looking machine out there. Starting fifth, Billy Wise, yes, one of the performers from the Wise Guys in that 32 machine. Starting in sixth, Jason Smoke Hughes, starting seventh, and starting last in shotgun on the field. The older Covington, Pops, Craig Covington in that 96 machine. And that is the first pace lap of 2. Next time by the Silverado HD, the iRacing Silverado will make its way down into the garage area. We will let these 360 sprints come to life. We have Michael Jeans, Wreckham Holland on the front row. Well, huge thank you to John Hendrick down there in the virtual production truck, working the cameras tonight, doing a fine job. Please excuse any skipping that you may have seen. We're doing our best with the system tonight, not being very happy. And the field is away, and Hughes Holland with a spirited battle down in the turn 3, side by side. What a drag race. Holland keeping that number 4 car wound up, will take the lead down into 1. Excuse me, that was Mitchell Reeves he was racing. My bad. 2 orange cars out here tonight, and I got them mixed up. Holland and Michael Jeans, first, second. And I saw it looked like David Johnson and Brian Tribble in that Darth Vader car in a spirited battle, black versus white. Darth Vader down on the inside, making a solid run after this, and looks like David Johnson, that Snow White car, will be beat out by Darth Vader this time by. Johnson slides up high out of 4 and now faces a threat from Nels. Right turn wide from Las Vegas to make slight contact, and Nels over-rotates the car, loses a bunch of momentum. Johnson able to get away. Nels Clyde still in 4th, hanging on strong. 5th, rather. Back up front, we have Holland. Now facing some pressure from Michael Jeans and a zero machine. Caution has flown here early on at Eldora. And just taking a look around the track. Do have Jason Hughes just getting back up to speed, John. Not sure if he was involved in that. Oh, yes, Jason. Looking at it on my screen. Gets a decent run out of turn 2 and gets the wall as he enters turn 3. Looks like he was about the only car involved. Might have been just a few scrapes of paint by those guys passing him by, but Jason gets away. Car looks a little bit hurt, but should be able to get a fast repair and get that machine back up to race condition. And indeed he does, as I watch him live now, coming off pit road. We are now working 8 laps under caution. And field is forming up behind the Silverado HD. Getting back to Green Flag Racing next time by. And if you're watching this broadcast either live or on demand and want to be a lug nut, check us out, iRacing.com in the league sections, Loose Lug Nuts Racing. Hey, if you like a paint job you see, don't forget to check them out. Over the Top Paints and Designs. Want to look your best on the track? Look over the top. And that Silverado HD is going to make its way down into the pit area. We have Holland Jeans working their way out for Holland. Gets away clean and takes sole possession. Darth Vader now making a bid for that second spot. Looks like slight contact between Brian Triple and that Darth Vader machine and Michael Jeans in that 08. That battle still heavily contested down in the turn 1. Brian Tribble, that is, in the Darth Vader machine, working the low side of the track, is able to hang on. And watching that battle still now consist. Jeans tries to crossover move, does get the inside down in turn 1. Tribble up there, rim riding in the Carl Larson line. Still hanging on strong. Jeans now edges ahead through 3 and 4. Will overtake that second position. Move the 08 up to second. Darth Vader back to third, and he does have Nels Clyde, the Las Vegas driver, ready there to challenge and overtake that position. Field now working lap 14. These 360 sprint cars do get around here in a hurry. Quick rundown here as we are nearing the halfway point. Reckham West Holland in the lead with a 1.7 second lead over Michael Jeans in the 08 machine. Brian Tribble in that all-black Darth Vader looking car in third. Nels Clyde in fourth. Billy Wise fifth. Craig Covington, 6th, Jason Hughes, 7th, and David Johnson last on the field in 8th. Just went a lap down, actually, to our leader. And picking up the action with West Holland, working his way out of turn 4, coming by to begin lap 18. Has the lap car just as he started tracks. David Bumley trying to keep West in sight and maybe get a few pointers as he is a lap down. And watching the field work their way through 3 and 4 as lap 20 has now begun. A little back further in the back, we do have a battle. It looks like Billy Wise now working his way around David Johnson. David falling right past these guys rather quickly. Excuse me. That was Billy and Jason Hughes battling for that last position. Jason climbing his way to 6th. Up front, it's all back from West Holland. Coming by to complete 22 laps. And further back in the field, Jason Hughes, Billy Wise, still running really close to each other, as well as the Eldora Covington, Greg Covington. This three-car battle is one of the tighter ones on the track. Greg ranked 5th, Jason 6th, Billy in 7th. Man, Jason trying to catch Craig and get himself at least the top 5 out of this small field. Man, seeing these guys moving around a lot. Groove is definitely working in the middle of the track. Fans at home can probably see the bottom third of the track has been kind of blown off quite a bit, as they say. And field just about to put 26 laps in the books. That means 10 to go for West Holland. Still in command out front. West Holland has a 1.6 second lead over Michael Jeans in that 08 winner of the first round tonight. Loose Lug Nuts will also be in action on Tuesday nights with our Road Series action. AMG GT3 making its way back to the track for that series. And West now working lap 30. Grew his lead by another 10th of a second over Michael Jeans in that 08. West in solid command of this event. We also have Michael Jeans second, Brian Tribble in that Darth Vader number 22 machine running third. Still trying to fend off Nels Clyde. He's not very far behind him and ready to capitalize on any mistake that Brian makes for that third position. And it looks like we have a caution out. Just saw a car hammer the wall over in number turns 3 and 4. That was David Johnson in a 00 machine. It looked like something may have broke on the front end of the car. The machine just hammering the outside wall. David already struggling tonight, being a lap down. Unfortunately, has to take the tow into the infield area of Eldora and come to the attention of his pit crew. And picking the action up live, field is assembling behind the Silverado HD. Unfortunately, folks, looks like this one will come to an end under caution. That's a shame. Would have been nice to get these guys regrouped and see what could be made of that opportunity of rebunching the field up. Especially for some of these guys like Michael Jeans, Brian Tribble, and Nels Clyde. I'm pretty sure they wanted another opportunity to take a stab at that number 4 freaky fast 360 sprint car. Hey, before we go to Loose Lug Nuts Victory Lane, I want to take the opportunity again to thank a lot of great people and our sponsors that support Loose Lug Nuts TV and Loose Lug Nuts Racing. Of course, that'd be racegear.com. Over the Top Paints and Designs, Billy Wise and the Wise Guys, and racegear.com. Keep up with what the hell's going on in NASCAR with racegear.com. And we will take an opportunity and bring some of these guys up into the booth and talk about the racing tonight and what their impressions were of the 360 sprint car. New car combo for this league. Just the first of many that we will probably do. Car is a lot of fun to drive, I can tell you from practice. I do have up in the booth with us One of the other voices for Lugnut TV and driver of that Darth Vader number 22 360 Sprint, Brian Tribble. Brian, tell us about that race tonight and how things were going for you.
Hey there, Bob. It's going, man. That was a tough race. I was really picking the brains of Michael Jeans before this one, asking him for all kinds of advice, and he helped me out quite a bit in the practice. So I learned some things from him, and luckily I didn't crash anyone out of this race. So that's good, right?
Well, those are three good boxes to check in any race. Of course, a win is always a much better box to check, but it was a lot of fun. Looked like fun from the booth out there, sliding those 360 sprints around.
Yeah, the one thing we really learned is that low line through just the 35 laps. It seems to be the fastest way around here. So if you get your car set up to just keep on doing that, then you can win one of these races yourself, Bob.
Well, Brian, I'm still pretty pumped over a Legends car win and paying my dues and working my way up in dirt race. And next one on the checklist is a street stock win on dirt.
While you got me on the air here, I want to thank or apologize to Justin French during that Legends race. I totally crashed into him and ruined his race. So sorry about that, Justin. It's tough when you race the really good guys and you're not really that great like myself. It's tough. You really got to throw it in there and hope for the best, and sometimes it doesn't work out. And I just felt kind of badly about that all night. So sorry about that, and happy to bring this car home number 3 tonight.
All right, Brian, and true sign of what Lugnut Racing is about with the sportsmanship, owning a mistake and apologizing for it.
And don't forget about the alcohol abuse.
Well, we won't go there because it is a family show, Brian. But as always, a pleasure to have you up in the Lugnut TV broadcasting booth. And congrats once again on bringing that number 22 Darth Vader machine home in a podium spot in third tonight. And we're going to bring back Michael Jeans in that 08 machine. First in the first race and third in the second one. Second in the second one.
Solid. I lost a spot somewhere.
Almost did. He got the win in the first one, and I'm sure a lot of what you learned in the first race applied in the second race to keep you up on that second spot. What did you need to catch that 4 car tonight?
I needed to be not sleeping on the original start, and Wesley got around me, and then I couldn't do nothing. I don't know what I did. Wesley did a great job getting around me on the initial start, and like I said, he ran perfect line the whole race. I'd make a tenth on him here, and then I'd lose a tenth on him there. It was a good race, but like I said, just the original start. I didn't do myself any favors.
Well, still not a bad night. I think that's about a 1.5 position average on the night. Not a bad night in anybody's book. And thank you for coming out and racing with Loose Lugnuts Racing, Michael. And look forward to seeing that 08 machine up front in many more events with us. And now I got to bring one of our better competitors, a good buddy of mine, the Colorado Springs driver, Breckham West Holland, number 4 machine. Bring it home, another checkered flag. Hate to see that the win streak got broken up there. Not really, because I was a part of it. But Wes, 360 sprints, West Holland. What's your take on this action and the track tonight and everything else that happened?
Oh man, these cars are super fun. These cars are just super fun. Track came in pretty good. Track came in really good. So we were able to get on the bottom of the entire race. Yeah, just super fast out there. Super fast. Never really had any issues. So I had a couple times on my own, couple times on my own. Other than that, just stay back and stay off right home.
All right, Wes. Not sure how that played out over on the cameras, but sounds like your microphone working a little funky. Hey, not sure if Wes is still there. Well, all right. So that's the show. Wreckham West Holland. So that's the show. Wreckham West Holland. Back to victory lane after 2 Lugnut Series events without making his way there. A lot of great racing tonight. These guys hanging it all out in these 360 sprints was fun and very exciting to watch. I want to thank everybody that watches this broadcast later on demand or watched it live tonight. Always appreciate your support and tuning in with Lugnut TV. And before we sign off, want to also thank John Hedrick down there running our cameras in the Lugnut virtual truck. Does a fine job with producing these events and bringing the action that we're talking to you about at home on your screen. Of course, Over the Top Paints and Designs, check them out, facebook.com, Over the Top Paints Designs. Looking for paint jobs so you at least can look fast, even if you can't drive fast. Over the Top Paints and Designs. RaceGear.com. Keep up with all the racing news in NASCAR world. RaceGear.com. Over the Top. Bowtieapparel.com. Look your best without a bow tie. Look at bowtieapparel.com. Billy Wise and the Wise Guys. Always great classic rock and roll. Billy Wise and the Wise Guys. Our next scheduled broadcast, of course, is our truck series next Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. My good friend and competitor Brian Tribble will have the call. And we will, of course, be back here on Friday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern with our Bumpin' Late Model racing series, and Saturday night, dirt action here on Lugnut TV. Again, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you at the races.